Welcome back to Leonardo Oranges. It's your boy Blackwater Mo, where we give you fresh, squeezed GTA 6 content every single bunch of times. That being said, everybody saw the extended look that they're going to be doing for Grand Theft Auto 6 on Netflix. I think Rockstar has a really great opportunity to do the unthinkable here. Okay? Everybody's like, oh, I wonder what gameplay is going to look like. I wonder what gameplay is going to reveal. What if they've already shown us? Hear me out, okay? What if the first demo, the first look at gameplay is the finished version of the most famous leaks from 2022? I feel like what's a more perfect choice? We all got to see Hank's Waffles in this grungy, unfinished state. I feel like this is Rockstar's opportunity to own the leaks and retake the narrative, right? Like everybody remembers 2022 when the leaks came out, except for me because I didn't get to see them. I tried to see them. I saved it for later and said, oh, I'll watch this later when I get off of work, by the time I got off of work. But anyway, so everybody remembers that like 90 something videos. And there was one that stood out among the rest, the one that everybody talks about, and that is Hank's Waffles, right? Jason and Lucia robbing Hank's Waffles. Even though it was rushed and unfinished footage, it seemed significant, right? NPCs weren't just standing there, waiting for a cutscene. Some seemed scared. Some seemed hesitant. Some looked like they might try to run. It felt dynamic. It was like nothing like people have seen in GTA before. So even in this pre-alpha form, people immediately started to take notice, right? Like robberies could be much deeper. Fast forward 4 years. 4 years. Imagine seeing that exact same mission rebuilt with the final graphics, final animations, final AI, and all the systems that Rockstar spent years polishing. Imagine that. That'd be crazy, right? It could show off everything that Rockstar wants to show, right? And this is where the theory, because this is a theory, really makes sense, right? A single mission inside a restaurant lets Rockstar demonstrate almost every major gameplay system without it feeling like a tech demo. You know what I mean? First and foremost, they could show off character switching, right? Jason and Lucia working in the Hank's Waffles, switching back and forth. It immediately establishes the relationship and how they cooperate and corroborate one another throughout the missions, right? Interior details. Everybody's been focused on these interiors. Instead of driving through Vice City at 120 miles per hour, you got to be in this room, in this diner. You notice the lighting. You notice the reflection. You notice the customers and how each of them are responding differently. You notice the employees. You notice the food. And if you think about like how they would do what Red did when you walked into like a pub or a bar, how it was teething with life, imagine what Rockstar could do with that now, right? And you would see the NPC AI, right? So this might be the biggest one because everybody's heard all of the patents and the things. Like you could see how customers are reacting differently. One freezes, one is hiding, one is secretly trying to call 911, one tries to be a hero, and then you might get somebody just trying to run out the back door. I don't know, right? But you can see that AI system that Rockstar's been rumored to be building, you can see it on full display right here. You could also see robbery mechanics, right? Do you have to threaten specific people? Can you surrender? Can a witness identify you later? Can you steal cash from the register? Can you rob the individuals, right? Like the train on Red Dead Redemption. This one can answer dozens of questions that we've had about just the robbery system and how it works. And in that same vein as the robbery system, we could talk about the police response, right? This is where everything escalates, right? Like how fast do the police arrive? Do they surround the building? Can you negotiate, right? Can you escape before they get there? Can officers actually coordinate depending on, what's happening inside? Again, this one mission could give us a ton of stuff deliberately, intentionally, right? Uh, this could be a genius marketing move, right? Here's what I think makes this theory even stronger, right? Rockstar never got to introduce this mission on their own terms, right? They never really acknowledged it. They just said that there's been a breach. They didn't say that stuff was the breach, but this stuff was promptly scrubbed from the internet. So this gives Rockstar the opportunity to give it to us on their own terms, right? Imagine this. Camera pans over Vice City. Jason parks. Lucia hops out. They walk towards this familiar restaurant, and fans immediately recognize, holy smokes, this is Hank's Waffles, right? Now Rockstar isn't acknowledging the leaks. They're reclaiming them. They're saying, you saw this in pre-alpha. Now let us show you how it's really supposed to look. Now that is a Rockstar move, right? This is something I could definitely see them doing. Quiet, confident, no explanation needed. That's so Rockstar, right? But here's something I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. What if the robbery doesn't go the same way that it did in the leaks, right? What if the leaks show one possible outcome, but there's multiple outcomes? You're right? You can finish quietly, right? Maybe somebody panics and tries to be a hero. Maybe another customer tries to run out. Maybe you escape before the cops get there. There could be so many different ways that we could finish this particular job, not the way that it was in the leaks, right? Rockstar, I believe, has really expanded this dynamic mission design, I would imagine, and this would be the place to prove that. Now, obviously, all of this is just a theory, right? Rockstar could open the gameplay anywhere, a beach, nightclub, Jack of Hearts, a highway chase, whatever. But if their goal is to show us everything GTA 6 is capable of in one mission, I honestly can't think of a better choice than Hank's Waffles, especially for somebody who hasn't seen the leaks. I'm just saying. It's familiar to longtime fans. It highlights nearly every major gameplay system that we're aware of, and it gives them the chance to take one of the biggest leaks back under their narrative, under their control, right? So, what do you think? If Rockstar reveals gameplay this month, do you think we'll finally get to see Hank's Waffles? Right? Do you think so? Or am I just reaching? Is it what the kids call schizo? Or do you think they'll show us something else, something random, something more generic? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you like fresh squeezed GTA 6 content like this, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers so I can start live streaming by the time the game launches. So I got, almost a little over 100 days. So please like, subscribe, share with your friends if you like more GTA 6 content like this, where we're doing theory, speculation, as well as live breakdowns. It's your boy Blackwater Mo.